Hi, and welcome tuning to the Macquarie Technologies Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. John M. I wonder how much of you hear AI is a new technological medium. It's a popular concept in science fiction, seen in media like Westworld, The Deus Ex Series, iRobot, Skyrim, etc., etc. I go on top by Isabella Herman, who said that SF consists of AI tropes, utopian and dystopian elements bound to be a force of danger. The fictional approach toward technology tells stories that reflect current trends of society, fears, and needs. Similarly, Gavin Miller suggested the term automation fallacy. AI technologies reconstructs work practices rather than replace workers, but also cover human labor, which allows them to be fully integrated into a social setting while greatly transforming risky conditions and quality of labor. Going by the AI evolution logic of surveillance capitalism, coined by Shoshana Zuboff, she states that the political economic framework owns control over digital information and communication spaces, systems, and processes. She proposed four important stages of hierarchy that undermines democracy in societies. Economics is domination, then action, then learning and scale. Examples WeChat and TikTok, both popular social media sharing apps in China. WeChat was founded as a small platform before it became a big infrastructure, like how Google, Uber operate in the West. Chinese market built on networks that accumulate at least 1 billion users worldwide. But in recent years, the own government made firewalls to control its cybersecurity and nationalist ideals. TikTok evolved from the original Chinese version Douyin that features content creators remixing and creating material. There are safety concerns that the algorithm model predicts the best online content and not by people who share it. Also, it copies data and videos, risking many copyright issues. John Gray mentioned three connected types of TikTok algorithmic systems, which are user profiling, content classification, and recommendation. Its power is capable of tracking anything, while WeChat's extreme censorship constitutes of limiting certain words, files, images. Its pay system and access info are tied to government espionage. On the left, you can see TikTok CEO Shou Chu denying connection to data spying, and former US President Donald Trump suggested banning the apps during his term amidst trade war and merged during 2020. Both companies threatened to sue him back in response of his concerns. Here's a comparison of US China's WeChat difference. Tracking of this was done by Citizen Lab from the University of Toronto, which wrote a report regarding how WeChat capitalized on monitoring the encompassing amount of data and user files, and platforms must adhere to the country's laws and rules in the country. Add on the fact is erosion of privacy by the networks around us. The extraction only causes further predictability over actions based on social and economic status. Because legal statuses don't really conform to situations, especially during the COVID period, that's all out data breaches. And Kate Crawford's piece on data questions the production of mass-generated AI tools, and harsh realism still leads to dubious consent and use of data harvesting, and whether it is justified in economic purposes. Current issues aren't just WeChat and TikTok, it's basically everything else. Whereas in China or US, surveillance capitalism has grown exponentially higher that control and monitor what you see and do on social media platforms, with improving self-sufficient AI technology that could very well gravitate towards concerning unpredictability. Makes you wonder how close we are to that reality that isn't purely sci-fi based. Thanks to my audience who listened to this episode, and be sure to subscribe to future content.